Okay, so this guide, we are going to see how much Herblore XP you can squeeze from your kingdom every week. I've set up a Herblore counter to count this, and basically to have a kingdom you need to have done Throne of Miscellanea quest, and if you do the Royal Trouble quest you get more people that you can put on stuff per week. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to collect from kingdom and then do a farm run. I use Toadflex and Snapdragon and Papaya because those are going to be used throughout the guide. Collect. Okay, so I've collected from my kingdom and now I've done a quick farm run, and I just want to quickly say these are the 5 secondary ingredients you will need for this guide. I like to have about 200 of these chilling in my bank, and then as you've got like less than 50, just top it up every now and again and you'll be fine. Right, so next thing we need to do is clean all the clean all the crap you've got from your kingdom and turn all of your nests into crushed bird nests. So I'll pause this while I do that. Okay, so that's pretty much done now. I do want to make a quick mention to the scroll of cleansing you can get from dungeoneering. This gives back, like, it's got like a 10% chance of giving back the secondary ingredient when you're making potions, which is always useful, you know, always saving stuff. And also torch stoles, they're the secondary ingredient into overloads. If you get one of them back because the scroll arrived, that's awesome. But these are very expensive. I don't think you can even get them from Kingdom, but you can get them from, they're on the rare drop table. I tend to get them, about 36 of them from Bandos, just noted. And apparently it's a lot more common from Ganodermic beasts if you're into that. Well, anyway, let's start with, this requires 38 Herblore, and we are going to use 14 Raynars and 14 Snapegrass to make some prayer potions. And also, so far we've got quite a decent amount of XP just from cleaning herbs. I didn't realise it would be that much. Okay, right, I'm going to pause this while I do all this. Also, one thing I want to mention, if you want to keep placeholders in your bank like I have, then only make all but one that you can make every week. Okay, so that's that done. Next you want to be making super attacks. Now, these are made from Irits and Eye of Newts. If you want to just no-life your way to 89, these are what you make because these are probably the best GP to XP ratio. Well, I'm just going to make what I've got for my kingdom, so let's go. Oh, and super attacks have a 45 Herblore requirement. The next potion we're going to make has a 55 Herblore requirement, and it's Qualm plus Limpwort Root equals super strength. So let's make a few of those. Okay, so that's that done. Now we're going to move on to super restores, which are clean snapdragon and red spider's eggs. But with potions like these that are generally used in PvM, only make what you are going to use. I can't emphasize that point enough. I've seen so many people who have made like 10k special restore potions and you're never going to use them. Even if you are going to use 1k, make 200 now and then make 200 when you need them again, because these potions are a huge waste of money unless you're going to use them. And if you're like me, if you love PvM, what you want to do is after you've made them, you want to put them into flasks and then whack them in your PvM tab, ready to use when you want them. Oh, I'm going to know on them. Okay. I'm going to pause this and do all my super restores. By the way, super restores have a level 63 Herblore requirement. Super restores, as I mentioned before, you should be farming your snapdragons. Like, all these snapdragons I've got here are not from what I've been from my kingdom. These are from what I've been farming for Herblore XP and farming XP. Actually, they're like 99 farming when you XP when you harvest them. And I've been doing one farm trip every day just for the sake of this guy. So yeah, this is a week's worth of farm trips. Okay, this shouldn't happen, but I've actually run out of red spider's eggs before I've run out of snapdragons. But you should be farming more toadflax than snapdragons. I've only farmed more snapdragons this week because I was going for 80 farm, which I got yesterday. Oh, and Force Quit has just said in public that he wants me to give him a shout out. Hi! Okay, so after these are done, we will be moving on. Okay, next on the list requiring 66 Herblore to make are the super defences, which are Cantidide and Whiteberries. And Force Quit is now spamming that he wants you to give him free stuff. If you want to give Force Quit free stuff, please go ahead. I'm going to make all these potions and let's see how much XP I get. Okay, next we're going on to Saradone and Brews. Now these are completely from your kingdom and farm runs, so these are pure profit. If you want to just put them into flasks and sell them, you can. I prefer to use them for PVM. If you love PVM as much as me, then you will probably use more than, how many have I got? You'll use more than 45 Saro Brews a week, so saves you that little bit of money. Yeah, it saves you a bit of money anyway. So these are Tofax and Krishness, and from this point onwards in the guide it requires 80 plus Herblore. So as you can see, we've already made a substantial amount of Herblore XP so far, and it costs you 750k a week to do your kingdom, and if you sold everything that you've made so far, you've made profit. So this is free Herblore XP. Okay, let's go. Okay, so as I said before, like stuff like these potions do need to be put in. Only make as much as you're going to need and put them in flasks if you're going to use them, or just sell them how they are. I just want to quickly demonstrate how flasks work. So you withdraw 10 of them, all of them, close that down, do, and that's how that works. Oh yeah, it's 10 flasks and the rest potions. What am I doing? Sorry. Like that. And then they are all ready for when you want to go PVMing or whatever you want to do with them. Like, these aren't potions to train on, these are potions you make if you need them. I can't emphasize that enough, because these are pretty expensive to make if you're not using from Kingdom. What am I doing? Right, okay, next thing we're going to do is recover specials, which are also a thing that you only make as many as you need, because it's all fine making 10,000 of them, but you probably won't need 10,000 of them. So these are Super Energy and Papaya, which you should be farming. They're pretty easy to farm, and you don't really need that many of them. And these ones you have to right click, don't accidentally left click and eat one of them, because both of them are edible. And these are pretty good XP as well, I believe. Let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. Look at it flying up. Okay, I'm going to make all of these and back to you. Ah, right, I've missed these. These are also a secondary ingredient, Super Energy. You can make them from Avantoes, but because you use Avantoes for extreme attacks, which is a lot more XP than making a Super Energy, it's not worth wasting your time on it. But these are a secondary ingredient you should also buy if you want to make spec recovers, and don't make too many of them. I can't emphasize that enough because you won't use that many. Okay, next we are on to extreme attack, which are you use 14 Avantoes, 14 super attacks, put them in there, and these are really good XP as well. Like after you get, these have an 88 Herblore requirement, so after you get 88, these are the best GP per XP. Before that, it's super attacks, which you might as well save and use to do these, and make it even less GP per XP. Okay, this is going to take a while, so I'm going to do all of these now. Pause it again. Okay, so that's all them done, and as you can see I've got a little bit of a surplus of Avantoes. This happens with the dwarf weeds and the lantadymes too. Avantoes can be used to make energies if you want to use the leftover ones for something. Dwarf weeds are for ranges. They go with a Zamorakian wine, I believe. Lantadymes go with a potato cactus to make a magic potion, but it is a lot better XP to use them to make these potions rather than these potions. So it's up to you really. I tend to buy these potions to make my extremes and use these herbs to make these. So, okay, right, next thing is 91 herb, no, not 91, 89 herblore requirements, sorry, for extreme strength, which are super strength and dwarf weed. And let's see how much X can get. One thing I also would like to emphasize is always withdraw all but one. You don't want to lose that placeholder and have your whole herblore tab just go bleh. You need to keep it all but one. Just do that. See, now withdraw all but one. So I'm leaving that placeholder there. And yeah, and then make them into potions. Okay, so that's pretty much done. Next we're moving on to extreme range, which has a 90 herblore requirement. And they are made from did I say range instead of defense? Right, super defense, extreme defense potions are made from super defenses and lantadines, this potion has a 90 herblore requirement. And these super defenses as well, you've made these earlier during cleaning your kingdoms. This is all pretty much free XP. These lantadines from your kingdom, they're free. It's all free XP, pretty much. Well, it costs 250k a week, but 750, I know what I meant.
Well, 750 every 10 days.
Oh, I thought it was 750 every week.
Well, no, it's 75k per day.
Oh, I'm still recording. Yeah, Kingdom does only cost 750k every 10 days, not every week. So I might try and do another one see how much Herblore XP you can get in 10 days. Because I've royally messed up the commentary on this one and I don't know how to edit. So, okay, that's going to be probably. Okay, so that's most of the Kingdom herbs used up this week, and we still have a couple left over. And just to finish it all off, I'm going to make some overloads now. If you don't have 96 Herblore, you may want to stew for this. And just for those who are a bit sceptical about stewing, I just want to show how this works. Because people are always like, oh, stewing's loads of stress. It's not really. You've got a 1 in 6 chance of having a +4 boost. It's not as much stress as people make out. So I'm going to just show you quickly how